everyone, your radar contact and welcome to another VAS aviation video. Today we're just beginning with the new series of just having some chatting about some of the incidents that I have uploaded in the channel. We'll review the videos, analyze the communications, read through the official reports, and I will give my point of view of the situation. I asked you guys to let me know your opinions on this, and you were really supportive. Some of you gave me very good ideas, so let's do it. I really hope you find these videos helpful and interesting. It doesn't really matter if you're a real pilot or a controller already, or just a person who is interested in aviation. These videos will be like an extra video to open debate or conversations to learn and try to avoid these situations that we'll talk about here. Points of view, ideas, suggestions are very welcome down there in the comments as long as they are and they show some respect. So let's do it. For this first video, I have chosen what is the second most viewed video of my channel. With over 1 million views, which is a very close call that happened in Chicago Midway Airport a few years back, with 2 airplanes rolling for takeoff on crossing runways. If you haven't watched that video, you can watch the whole of it with no cuts following the link in the description below. So here's the description that I wrote when I edited the video, when I didn't know that the plural of aircraft is still aircraft. A Southwest aircraft performing flight, this is very important right now, Southwest 3828 from Chicago Midway to Tulsa, and a Delta aircraft performing flight Delta 1328 from Chicago Midway to Atlanta. Both call signs are really important to look at. You may know that in the United States, call signs are to be read by groups, the numbers I mean. For example, if you have, in this example, Southwest 3828, the call sign is to be read as Southwest 3828 by groups of 2, 38 and 28. And the Delta 1328 is to be read as Delta 1328 in groups of 2, 13 and 28. This is very important because the main issue in this incident is the similar call signs right here. Both call signs end with a 28, with the number 28, and both begin with a kind of similar word that is the third for Southwest 38 and Delta 13. So 38 and 13, both are similar. So both call signs are really similar. For example, if the call sign of the aircraft is 3 numbers, I mean in the United States, is to be read in groups as well. So for example, Delta 312 would be Delta 312, or American 145 is to be read as American 145. So you know it's to be read in groups. So this is very important for what's going to happen right now. Both airplanes had a very close call when both aircraft started to roll at once. Similar call signs caused the Delta pilots to misunderstand the Southwest takeoff clearance. They both were instantly given a stop-stop call. So about the call signs, that being said, let's listen to the first seconds of the tape.
Delta 1328, be advised, similar call sign on frequency of Southwest 3828, cross runway 31 center and runway 31 left. Taxi via Yankee to 4 right.
Cross 31 center and 31 left, Yankee to 4 right, Delta 1328, will be aware.
Okay, this is very important. This is the ground female controller. There will be 2 controllers in this audio tape that I have. One is the ground controller, which is this lady here, and then will be a tower controller, which is a male. This ground controller is being perfect as speaking clearly and also giving the information that, hey Delta, there is a similar call sign on frequency, so be advised, be aware, and use caution because communications might mix. So just be advised, a similar call sign is also on frequency. And now she's gonna say the same thing to the Southwest, who is the similar call sign for Delta.
Southwest 3828, be advised similar call sign on frequency is Delta 1328. And once you approach 31 right as you're crossing it, you can switch over to power. Have a good day.
All right, we'll be listening up for that, and we'll switch over to tower to approach 31 right, Southwest 320.
Okay, so this is very important as well. The ground controller is being perfect here, just giving the instructions very clearly, very slowly. Delta 1328, be advised a similar call sign is on frequency, and also stating what is that similar call sign, which is Southwest 3828. And when talking to Southwest, she's saying, hey Southwest, be advised Delta 1328 is going to be on frequency as well. So both of you be advised that there are similar call signs on your frequency. So after we've heard the ground controller, both airplanes are handed off, are switched to tower frequency. Just for context, just in case you haven't watched that video, but I recommend go watch that video in the link description. Delta 1328 is taxiing via Yankee right now, as the animation shows right now that I did the animation here with both green and blue airplanes. Delta is taxiing via Yankee to runway 4 right, departing runway 4 right, and Southwest 3828, the blue aircraft, has just crossed runway 31 right and is departing runway 31 center. So both airplanes are taking off, but from different runways. This is very important for what's coming up right now. So both are now with the tower frequency, and let's listen now to what's happening on the tower frequency.
1828 Midway Tower, traffic holding position on the cross runway, traffic on a 4-mile funnel, lands a parallel, and traffic your runway 10-mile funnel, 48, line of point.
All right, 1328.
Okay, so I stop you there. Okay, let's continue now. Okay.
28 Midway Tower, runway 31 center, line up and wait, don't plan on stopping.
31 center, line of point, Southwest 3828.
So the first thing we can notice is the difference between the ground controller voice and the tower controller's voice. The lady was really slow, was really clear, stating the instructions very clear, and this tower guy is like, he's in a rush. He says that he has inbound traffic for, I understand it's 4 left, because it's saying that to the Delta, that has inbound traffic for the parallel. So Delta is on 4 right, so he has inbounds, a couple of inbounds, maybe more, for 4 left. And we can see, we can hear, he is in a rush. So that is very important because of what's gonna happen right now, because it's a host of things that made this happen.
Alright, traffic hold position on the cross runway, traffic on a 3-mile funnel off the cross runway, no delay please, turn left heading 250, runway 31 center, clear for takeoff, the wind 0609er.
I'm gonna repeat that all again, okay? Just because
Alright, traffic hold position on the cross runway, traffic on a 3-mile funnel off the cross runway, no delay please, turn left heading 250, runway 31 center, clear for takeoff, the wind 0609er. Two call 1 South 3828, verify no delay, left to 250, 31 center, clear for takeoff.
Takeoff 31 center, no delay, heading 250, Southwest 3828.
And both reading back the instruction again. So that is why the frequency is blocked, because both Delta and Southwest are speaking at the very same time. Something that I want to focus on here is something that we all pilots and controllers do, and is the PTT button. Start to speak before fully pressing the PTT button. The PTT button is the press to talk button, which is a button that we have on the joke on, or the controllers have on hand or something. Is a button that you press to start talking and transmitting on the frequency. Something that we do, we just do is because we are in a rush, either in the cockpit when you're busy as a pilot, or the controller, and it is to start speaking before fully pressing the PTT. So in this case, we're gonna listen to it again. Is the controller is like he's in a rush, and he starts talking to Southwest before fully pressing the button. So let's listen to it again.
Traffic hold position on the cross runway.
We cannot even hear the Southwest 3828. I don't know if it's because of the tape itself or it did sound like this in real life, I mean in the cockpit. But we cannot even hear for the Southwest 3828, just the kind of the 28 at the end.
Traffic hold position on the cross runway. Traffic on a 3 mile off the cross runway.
So there we have the problem because Delta 1328 is also ending in 28 number. So the Delta is kind of assuming that that departure clearance is for him. But something that we have to notice here is that even though the call sign is not really 100% heard and understandable, the controller is saying the runway, and the runway is very well readable.
Heading 250, runway 31 center, clear for take.
Runway 31 center, there is no doubt for that. Delta 1328 is on 4 right, and Southwest 3828 is on 31 center. No confusion there, okay? There might be confusion on the call signs, but no confusion on the runway.
Takeoff, the wind 0609er.
So here blocked is when both Delta and Southwest are kind of saying clear for takeoff, runway, whatever. They're reading back the instruction. And the controller realizes.
2 call 1 South 3828, verify no delay, left to 250, 31 center, clear for takeoff.
31 center, clear for takeoff. That's clear.
Takeoff 31 center, no delay, heading 250, Southwest 3828.
They are rolling at the same time.
28, stop.
1328, reporting.
So we know that the controller is saying Delta 1328 to stop because we know it's Delta 1328 who is not doing the things properly. But Southwest, as they are listening out on frequency and they hear stop, they also stop the takeoff roll.
Wait, stopping.
Make the right turn onto taxiway Delta. Right turn to Delta, hold short runway 4 right.
Delta, hold short 4 right, Southwest 3828.
They both reading back again. Because Southwest 3828, listen out to that again. Delta 1328, make the right turn onto taxiway Delta. Right turn on Delta, hold short runway 4 right. That instruction is clearly for the Delta aircraft, the green aircraft, because they are on 4 right, and if you look at the chart, you can see they are vacating right on Delta, then right on Yankee to go to 4 right again, back again. But Southwest reads the instruction back as if they were Delta.
On to taxiway Delta. Right turn to Delta, hold short runway 4 right.
Every time.
Delta, hold short 4 right, Southwest 3828.
You don't, well, actually Southwest 3828 can hold short of 4 right on 31 center, but that's not what the ATC said. The ATC said Delta and then hold short of 4 right, and that makes no sense for Southwest.
Keep answering for each other. It's Southwest 3828 and Delta 1328. Southwest 3828, make the right turn onto Gulf, back taxi runway 31 center.
That makes way more sense. Now look at the chart and take a look at the blue airplane. They vacate right on 4 right and then right on Gulf again to back taxi to 31 center. So it's a kind of a mess here. It's a lot of confusion every time.
Right turn on Golf, back taxi 31 center, where I need a second here on the taxiway.
No worries.
I think they're saying that we're going to need to take a second or a minute on the taxiway.
Southwest 3828, can we stop here?
3828, affirm, sir. Is it going to be, do you get hot brakes?
We have to check this.
Okay, just let me know.
Southwest 3828?
Now, very important.
Yeah, for Southwest on 31 center, were we the ones clear for takeoff?
Yes, sir, you were. You were the one, you were doing what you're supposed to be doing.
And Delta took Delta was rolling also?
Yep, he took your call sign. Somebody kept stepping on you, and I couldn't figure out who it was, and then that's why I reiterated that it was you that I was clearing for takeoff.
Okay, thanks. We just got to run some numbers and contact company.
Roger.
Okay, and as I said, this was really avoidable. If I remember correctly, both airplanes ended up going back to the ramp. As you can see here on the last transmissions, Southwest is trying to see if they were correct. They were rolling for takeoff as they were instructed, and yes, they were. Delta 1328 was not clear for takeoff, but they started the roll as well. So after watching the video again, I have some conclusions to make out here. Conclusion is this was really avoidable. As always in aviation, we have a host of things that worsen the situation a lot and lead to an incident to happen. First, we have two airplanes with similar call signs that are to be read in groups of two, as stated in the FAA phraseology. People posted comments on what if they used individual numbers in this situation. I think that would have been a very great idea, and actually it still is. Way better to say 3828 and 1328, and of course they are two different airlines. Some flights and airlines around the world use alphanumeric call signs, mixing numbers and letters to make similar call signs really difficult to happen simultaneously. For example, Delta 13 Romeo Tango and Southwest 38 Yankee Mike. Most of the airlines in Europe have already embraced this call sign format, and both air traffic controllers and pilots are really happy with it. Second thing, we have crossing runway operations, plus the controller had both airplanes already holding in position. Maybe holding one of them out of the runway would have avoided Delta to start the roll and create conflict with Southwest. Who knows? These crossing runway configurations is very usual at some airports, but they must use extreme caution. Third is stress and traffic flow. We can see the difference in ground controller's voice and the tower's voice. He was way more in a rush, trying to keep a good departure arrival flow for the airport. You guys know that everything in this world is money, and every second an aircraft is stopped is not producing any money but wasting money. Fourth cause is the PTT thing. We do it. We don't want to, but we do it. You need to be quick. We have stuff to do in the cockpit or in the control tower, and you just want to say things, but you're not aware. You click the button just a millisecond after you open your mouth. So the very first word or of your transmission will not be heard. In this case, the call sign, for example. And the fifth cause, last but not least, is situational awareness. Actually, really important. Situational awareness is crucial, important for pilots. As a pilot, you must listen out for whatever is said on frequency, whatever. But again, you're busy doing your stuff in there and you kind of just pay attention to what you want. In this case, the takeoff clearance is being instructed and you assume it is for you, even though the ATC says a runway that is not the runway you're on. So that's it for the review of this incident that occurred in 2015. Hoping to know your opinions here in the comments, and hopefully will make the aviation a bit safer for tomorrow. Thank you very much for watching. Press that thumbs up button if you liked it. Also subscribe to become a new VAS Aviation family member. And make sure you have the notifications bell on so YouTube lets you know every time a new video is released. Thanks for your support. Radar service terminated. Squawk VFR and frequency change approved. Bye bye.